Hey guys, it's T. Kyle, and happy Friday. I'm running a little behind today. I did not sleep last night, so I woke up really late today, and I was like, oh shit, oops, and whatever, I'm here. So I don't know if that happens to you guys. Like, I got into a YouTube hole last night, and I was up till 5 in the morning. Well, not just like specifically watching YouTube, but for some reason, when I am up at night, like my creativity just blossoms. Like I start getting all these ideas. Like I don't know what it is. And I know that there's like other like creative people who have talked about that before. Like there's a girl on YouTube, Graveyard Girl, who I love watching, and she always says like 2 a.m. is the start of my day. And I'm like, same. Like I don't know what it is. But anyway, I was so much to talk about today. Oh my god, you guys. So I was starting to think about what I was going to talk about this week because I had like one topic specifically, and then so many things happened this week. And I was just like, what do I even discuss? I only have time to make one video. What am I going to talk about? So I don't know. Maybe I need to. I kind of thought maybe like, what if I did something where it was like a wrap up of the week where we just go through like a speed round of different topics that I would like to discuss. There's that. But yeah, so the one thing I wanted to talk about this week, which is I started listening to that podcast called Missing Richard Simmons. It's on iTunes, not sponsored. I just heard people talking about it, and I was like, okay, I know the story. If you guys don't know the story, I mean, it's been going on for like 3 years. Basically, Richard Simmons just one day up and decided to quit the world. Like, just stopped showing up places, stopped showing up to work, stopped responding to people, stopped talking to everyone. Like, just disappeared, vanished. And there was all these theories about it. So the podcast follows that, and I was listening to it because, like, I've always had a fascination with psychology and sociology and especially with creative people. And I was listening to the podcast, and my first reaction immediately after I listened to the first episode, I thought, I want to do that. Like, isn't that kind of the dream in a way? Like, I know, like, I think there's more to the story that's actually very sad and, you know, not a positive thing, but like, I don't know, like, you know, he is a billionaire. Like, I mean, he created an empire. And one of the guests that's on the show talks about it. I mean, I don't want to give away like too much of the podcast, so, you know, I want you guys to enjoy it if you listen. But they talk about it, you know, and RuPaul talked about it on Watch What Happens Live last week. Like, he just gives, and is constantly giving to other people and helping other people and just always putting other people first before himself. And I mean, he became a mogul. Like, it made him a multi-millionaire, if not billionaire. And one day he was just like, okay, I'm done. And just went back to his mansion with his, like, I guess she's like a live-in housekeeper. And it's like, when you have that kind of money, do you ever really need to leave? No. So, I don't know. I mean, isn't that kind of like goals? Like, to become so rich? I don't know. I'm going too far into this, but I don't know. It just kind of got me thinking about like so many different things. Like, one, you know, celebrities, they're people just like us. They hurt just like us. They have insecurities just like everyone else does. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know. And then, like, it made me sad, too, because it's kind of like, I think with creative people in general, like, we do kind of put the creativity and, like, you know, helping other people and entertaining other people first before ourselves sometimes. At least I know I do. And I know other people who've had that same struggle of, like, you know, creativity's in their blood. They want to entertain people. Or I know people that work in the medical industry where they like they're so focused on helping other people get better, that they forget to take care of themselves. And so I think there's like an interesting psychology there. I don't know. I just thought it was really fascinating. And I highly recommend it. Because it definitely was like what I did all week and like was on my mind all week and I couldn't stop thinking about it. But yeah, so there's a siren going off outside. My whole theory on the whole situation is I think that he was having knee problems, like health problems, like physical problems. And he just woke up one day and was like, if I can't be Richard Simmons 100%, then I'm not going to be Richard Simmons 100%. If I can't give this my all, then I'm not doing it. And I think he just retreated. And I don't know. I mean, like, it's just, I don't know. It's also kind of a reminder, like, not to get like so deep. I don't want to go like too deep here, but this is something that I did think about when I was listening to the podcast. So I thought, why not share it? It's kind of like, if you spend so much time giving to other people and helping other people and you don't take time to take care of yourself, because I think it's kind of like this taboo in our society where if you take time for yourself or you need a day off, it's like there's this weird like negativity that gets kind of associated with that. Like people will like, you like, they kind of look at you the wrong way, or if you're at work and you want to take a personal day, people are like, oh, like you need a personal day? Like what's going on? It's just kind of this weird taboo in our society with like taking time off and relaxing, and there's something weird in our society with work and self-care, and I mean, it really can get to you. And like, as someone who, myself, I have struggled with depression. I struggled most recently with a really bad bout of depression and anxiety after my head injury. That could be a whole other story. I don't want to get into it because I don't want to get upset. But like, as someone who's dealt with that in the past, like listening to this podcast, I was just kind of like, I don't know, I don't want to say that it was like a warning sign, but it's just kind of like a reminder that you got to take care of yourself sometimes. And I don't know, I hope, I don't know if this story will have a good conclusion. I know that I'm not going to spoil anything. I don't know. I just hope that it has a good conclusion, because I think, Richard Simmons is awesome and he lived his life fearlessly and he made a business out of it, and like, it's just brilliant. And I don't know. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about that. By the way, I'm drinking green tea today because I have to give up coffee for a temporary time period because long story short, I might have some kind of like an allergy, like reaction to certain things. Anyway, that's all I need to say about that. Next up, today is St. Patrick's Day. And I fucking hate St. Patrick's Day. That's all I wanted to really say about that. As someone of Irish descent, on my dad's side, my last name, we have an Irish family crest. I have red hair. I have freckles. Like I like beer. That's a stereotype, but it is true. I just hate St. Patrick's Day. I think it's such a gross, like so many other like religions and cultures and everything have like these beautiful like grand celebrations, and then St. Patrick's Day is like people shit-faced in North Faces and Uggs wearing Kelly Green t-shirts, puking on the sidewalk outside, screaming. That's it. Awesome. Disgusting. Also, Kelly Green is a hideous color. I'm sorry. Nope. It needs to be like, if St. Patrick's Day was like a lime green, okay, I can fuck with that. But Kelly Green, no, I can't with it. So that's my story about why I hate St. Patrick's Day. Just wanted to say that. And then lastly, on my card, I got rid of my Facebook this week. Again, I did a full, like over the past 3 weeks, I did a full clean sweep of my Facebook. Like, got rid of old albums and well, first I backed everything up, which you can do, by the way. You can send in for a backup of your entire Facebook, and they send you everything, and it just delivers in a folder. Did a full clean sweep of everything, and then I re-uploaded albums that, like, I want to be up. And I was looking through my old posts, and Facebook has just really gone down the gutter, and it's not that, like, here's the thing. I can handle politics on social media. I can handle people venting frustrations with certain things or wanting to bring awareness to certain organizations, or, I'm all about that. But I do think that there's a difference with Facebook and the other platforms, is that with Facebook, camera stopped. With Facebook, you don't really have control over what you see and what you don't see. And you only have the option to either unfollow someone or follow them, unfriend them or friend them. Whereas on Twitter and these other sites, but I think Twitter honestly has the best control. I use an app called Tweetbot. You can mute keywords and hashtags and people's names, and you can set a time limit. So say there's a show going on and you don't want the spoilers because you're at work or whatever, you can choose to mute, like, How I Got Away with Murder, Scandal, like Real Housewives. Like, you can mute the show title and the hashtag and select 1 week. You won't get spoiled. Or if there's someone that's live tweeting an event that you don't want spoilers on, you can mute that person for 1 day. So there's this control over your feed. So it's not that, like, I'm not one of those people that's gonna complain about what other people choose to post and don't post, right? I'm sitting here in front of a camera ranting right now. And so, yeah, like, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say, like, I don't want to hear you ranting and raving, but, like, I looked back at Facebook 2006 to 2010 because I was clearing out my college stuff, and all of the posts and, like, messages and stuff from back then, it was all about connecting and, like, meeting people and finding new friends. And do you want to go to lunch? Do you want to go to here? Like, hey, everyone, let's go to the bar later. It was all, like, it was 100% about connecting and staying connected with your friends in real life online. And now it's shifted into video and news and politics. And unfortunately, like, a lot of people, do use Facebook as a journal. And there's a lot of people that, they write on Facebook, like, these long things, like 3, 4, 5 times a day. And I don't know, it's just like, you can't control your feed. And so, listen, if you want to vent to me, you can vent to me. I will listen. I will give you the best advice ever. You guys are listening to me rant right now. Totally fine. But when you don't have control over your feed, you can't find the people who you really want to be seeing updates from. Or if there's something going on in the current news, I don't know. It's just, there's the control of the feed is just not right now. And I found myself constantly bombarded with just a lot of negativity. Like, if for some reason it was like all the negative posts were just, bumping up to the top. And I'm like, there's a time and a place for it, right? Like, YouTube has always been a place where people have ranted and raved. They've complained about Bath and Body Works. YouTube has always been that place where people express, longer conversations. So I don't know. I just had to get it. I had to get rid of it for a little while because it just messes with your own psyche, And I think it's why I don't use Instagram that much too, because as a creative person, if I'm seeing all of these other things from other people, I find myself comparing myself or losing track or forgetting about my own creative process, if that makes sense. Like, if I had an idea for something and then I open up Instagram and I forget about the idea because I've just been, like, bombarded with all these, like, creative visual things. I don't know. I just need to take a little break from it. And again, like I said, I'm like loving YouTube. I really am. I was in a YouTube K-hole last night. Oh my God. I was like hooked on all these TED Talks. Oh my God. I couldn't stop. TED Talks turned into, I learned about this video about the guy who created Stardew Valley. Super inspiring. And then I started watching a lot of like DIY stuff because I want to, work on my desk. And oh my God, you guys, it's just like, it is such a wealth of stuff on here, and I love it, and the thing is with YouTube as well, like I watch news on YouTube, but I make sure that I'm like ready mentally for it, like I have a time and a place where I watch the news and then I watch everything else. And sometimes they cross over and that's fine, but I don't know. With Facebook, I can't keep reading all the journal entries. It really feels like I'm reading everyone's journals. And, with a YouTube video like this, I am ranting and raving. I'm complaining. I'm just talking. I'm rambling, showing you candles. Like, you guys have the ability to click the video if you want to watch it. And you have the video, you can click out. But like with Facebook, it's just like bombarded. Like, you scroll your feed and it's like, you kind of don't get like a thumbnail before you click. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a little bit of a buffer on YouTube before you click through to someone's video. Like if someone's video said, rant, rave, I hate gingers, I'm not going to click it. Because like, it's going to piss me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a buffer with the thumbnail and the video title. But yeah, that was my card for today. Those are the things I wanted to chat about on this beautifully freezing Friday where everyone is roaming around New York in North Faces and puking all over our sidewalks. How was your week? I hope you guys had a good week. It's almost the end of March. Next week was like pretty much the last full week of March. No, do we have 2 more weeks? I think we have 2 more. Just kidding. Yeah, so next week, I don't know what I'm doing next week for a video. Probably just be sit and chat about weekly events. And then the week after that, I'm doing a monthly favorites for the first time. So, if you guys are liking these videos, as always, like, let me know with a thumbs up. I know people ask for thumbs up, but it really is helpful for me to see like which videos you guys are liking. And yeah, give me a comment below. I will be chatting with you guys in the comments below, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and have a great weekend. Hopefully it doesn't snow, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye guys.